Hey! Did you not clean the toilet or anything in the bathroom after I used it this morning? I've told you plenty of times now that after I get out of the toilet in the morning, you are to clean it.
Excuse me?
You're only working as a remote employee now, so you should be able to manage something simple like cleaning my crap out of the inside of the toilet.
Peyton, I was wondering what you were going to start talking about just then. I'll have you know that I cleaned the toilet for you last night already. If that wasn't enough to make you happy, then how about you clean the toilet after you're done using it instead?
Huh? You're gonna talk back to me now, even though I'm the one allowing you to live in this home?
How about yourself? We are both working full-time jobs right now, so I don't want to hear from you that you're the reason I get to live here.
Shut up. I'm the one making way more than you.
No, you are not.
What?
To tell you the truth, ever since the start of this year, I've started to make more money than you.
Huh?
Ever since January, I took on a new position that has me making a better salary within the same company, which means I am now making another $350 more than you every month. So there you go, Peyton.
What did you just say? You stop working that job right now!
Excuse me?
I've never, ever heard of a woman making more than a man before, especially when that woman is the man's wife. So you cut that crazy crap out right now!
Are you insane?
What?
The whole reason I'm working this job in the first place is because you barely make enough to support the both of us. How about you think a bit more before you speak, child? Now, I'm still working, unlike someone here, so I need to get back to work.
Hey, but the toilet.
Clean up your dang crap yourself.
Ugh, damn it.
Good morning, Mercy. Do you have time to chat right now? Good morning, Martha. And sure, what would you like to talk about? Did something come up? I just got back from my vacation and thought that I'd stop by today to drop off the gifts I got for you both. Would it be all right with you if I swung by this afternoon? Oh, that's right. You went out to Colorado the other day, right? Well, I hope you had a relaxing trip home. It was a wonderful little vacation, and the flight back wasn't all too bad either. If you're wanting to come over this afternoon, then that should be perfectly fine with me. Actually, do you think I could come over right now? Or do you have something going on? Right now I'm close to a deadline for work. I didn't realize that this week would be my last for this project, so I'm having to cram all of my work in right now in order to finish. Oh no. Then I should probably stop texting you right now so that you can focus on your job, right? Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't bring this up at the beginning. No worries, it's my fault for forgetting that you'd be working at this time on a weekday. I'll make sure to come by this afternoon with the gifts I have then, and I'll send you a text before I arrive. Good luck with that project now. Well, thank you so much, Martha. I look forward to seeing you this afternoon. Mercy, sorry for taking so long to send you this text. I had something else come up that took me away from sending you a text. No problem, Martha. So you'll be coming to the house now, right? As long as you're free now, I'd love to stop by with the gifts I have for you guys. But, before I can do that, there's something I'd like to ask you. And what's that? Well, this is about your mom, Veronica. Have you been in touch with her at all recently? You're asking about my mom? Well, now that you mention her, I've been so busy recently that it's been over a month now since I last heard from her. We don't normally talk all that often anyway, so I didn't think anything of her not sending me anything. Honestly, if she was ever needing to talk to me about anything, she would call me. She also happens to live 10 minutes away from this house by bike, so it's not like she couldn't come and see me in person. I see. Did something end up happening between you and my mom? Listen, Mercy, about her. This morning I went to the supermarket to pick up some groceries, and I ran into your mom by coincidence. And, well, it just seemed like she was very upset when I said hi to her, like she didn't want to see me there. What? Was she giving you the side eye or something then? Not like that, not like that. I mean, she was a bit on the thinner side, like she hadn't been healthy for some time. Normally, she's a very fit-looking woman, so I was a bit shocked to see her in such a skinny state. I went and asked her if there was anything wrong, but she just shook her head and said no before walking off. Is that right? Well, thank you so much for noticing that something's been up with my mom and letting me know about it. So, with that, I was thinking that since I'm stopping by pretty soon, both you and I could head over to go and see your mom and see what's really going on with her. You'd want to head over there right now? This is just a feeling I have regarding her, but it seems that right now is the only time we can act before something goes wrong. I would hate to check up on her by myself since I'm your mother-in-law, but with you being her daughter, I thought it would be best that you go and see what's up. She would probably feel more comfortable talking to you about whatever issues she has at the moment, right? So, could we both go over and check on her? Understood. I'll get myself ready, and once you're here, we can both head over to her place. Thank you again for letting me know about her.
Hey! Now you're not even bothering to clean the shower or anything? Are you gonna keep that up? I told you so many times before that I'm tired when I get home from putting in some hard work. So I would like to come home to a clean shower that's already running hot for me so that I may hop right in. Also, I just took a massive dump in the toilet, so get in here and clean it out right now.
What the hell are you whining about right now by yourself? I'm pretty sure when it came to the shower, we talked about how the first person to use it was the one to get it warmed up and ready. And I've told you already that if you're going to make a mess in the toilet all the time, you can clean it up yourself.
Shut the hell up. If you don't get this done in 5 minutes, I'm gonna get your mom and have her clean my stinky crap up for me.
What was that?
I've been thinking about a lot of things lately. And the conclusion I've come to based on how you always act towards your husband is that your mom didn't do a good enough job raising you to be a proper wife. So I've decided that from now on, I'm going to start telling this straight to your mom and having her start to show me that she is sorry for the inexcusable woman you've turned out to be. So the next time you don't listen to a word I say, I'm gonna make this your mom's problem and have her come here to scrape up my crap instead. I'll make sure to put whatever youth she had left in her to good use here.
I have something to tell you from your mom, Peyton. She said you clean your shit up yourself, you dick.
What?
Peyton.
Huh? What?
What Mercy just said to you was word for word what I told her to say. I think it's time you start cleaning up your own shit for a change, you asshole.
Mom? Wait, why?
You're asking me why? Because I'm with Mercy right now and saw what you were saying to her just a second ago. And that's why I'm talking with you now about that toxic behavior of yours.
You guys are together right now?
And if you'd like to hear what the cherry on top of all this is, it's that we're both with her mom right now as well.
Why? Why are all three of you together right now?
I'm not going to sit here explaining all the details to you right now after what I just saw from you. I never thought that my son would turn out to be such an awful husband. I'm so embarrassed right now that there are tears coming out of my eyes.
I can't believe you guys are all together right now. Why?
So, what was it that you said? Were you just saying to Mercy that her not listening to you is because her mom failed at raising her to be a proper woman? Was that what you were saying?
Have you been reading everything we've been saying?
Just remember that a statement like that can go both ways, boy.
What?
If the husband is not listening to his wife enough, that must mean that his mother never did a good enough job raising him to be a proper man, right?
Huh?
Thank you so much for saying all of that to her at this perfect time. I never thought that I'd have to learn how much I failed my 30-year-old son after he started to say things like that to his wife after the way he's already been treating her. Guess I'll have to make up for all of that now.
Wait a sec. You don't have to do anything here, Mom. Stay out of this. I never said anything about you, Mom. And don't even begin to think that I meant you failed me in any way.
That's enough from you, Peyton. Well, now that you've made me aware of just how much you still need to learn, I'll begin taking care of you once again, to make sure you are better educated about becoming a proper man.
What? Mercy, help me! I never meant any of that, as though I didn't think you were appropriately raised by your mom or anything, okay? I was a bit, there's this guy at work, all right? And he just so happens to be the breadwinner in his household. He told me that even though his wife and him are both working full-time, that it's his wife's job to take care of all the chores at home. He also told me that since the man is always the one making the money to support the household, there's no reason for him to work, because everybody should already understand he does more than enough. That was the advice he gave me about becoming a stronger man. So,
Oh, you're talking about that really bossy husband who happens to work in the same department as you?
Wait, do you already know about him?
His wife happens to be a friend of mine that I made back in college.
Are you kidding me?
And today they got a divorce.
What?
Would you like to know what the reason was for that divorce? The reason was exactly the same as what you've been doing to me. His wife, my friend, just so happened to be the breadwinner in the house, but her husband was too stuck in his ways of acting like the man of the house should be king no matter what. And after a couple weeks and months of being treated like garbage, even though she was making the money and doing everything, she snapped. She slapped him so hard across the face that he passed out for a couple of seconds, only to wake up to her saying she was divorcing him. So today she went to the courthouse and handed in the divorce papers.
What? No way!
By the way, why are you texting me right now?
What?
Right now, your mom is wanting you to clean not only the toilet, but the whole bathroom as well as the shower, and then go clean the entire kitchen, right? I'm not going to sit here and let you slack off from your chores.
I'll get back to work right now, so please don't say anything to my mom about me slacking off.
Hi, Martha. I just wanted to let you know that Peyton just went on a rant about how he didn't mean to say I was a bad wife or anything, like he was trying to excuse himself after being an asshole. I see. So you and him were just talking? Could you tell that he was slacking off? I'm sure he thought he had a chance to get some rest because I'm at the supermarket right now. But unfortunately for him, I placed cameras all over the house that I'd normally use for my cat in order to watch what he's been doing while I'm gone. I can see everything he's doing there right now. Is that right? So you're watching him with the cameras meant for your cat? Seeing that he's not yet behaving himself, I'll make him clean the stairs and front porch when I get home. Ah, I think it's going to be a very long time before he learns his lesson.
Mercy! I can't take this anymore. Please help me.
What is it now?
And where the hell have you ran off to? I just got home and it's all clean and everything, but when I had a look in the fridge, I noticed that there was no food at all that was made up for me. There isn't even any beer in the fridge right now. I can't find you anywhere in this house. You're not even in your office working. Where the hell did you run off to when there's still cooking that needs to be done?
I'm at my parents' house.
What?
Since you're home now, that would mean you finished up all the chores that your mom asked for you to do today.
That's right.
Yet even after all of that work she had you do to teach you a lesson, you're still talking to me with that tone?
I have thought a lot since I started doing those chores. That house is my mom's house, and this house is mine. I understand that my coworker that ended up getting divorced had that happen to him because he tried to be a king. But all I am is the perfect breadwinner, and I want to make this place my perfect home.
I always thought there was a medication for everything, but I suppose some things just cannot be treated.
Huh?
Listen here, Peyton. Your hopes of having the perfect household where you got to be this perfect breadwinner has been skewed from the start.
Huh? How are my hopes skewed?
We're getting a divorce.
What?
You'd better be very happy that I'm not doing the same thing to you that my friend did to her husband.
You can't leave me! Mercy! I don't want a divorce!
I have no frickin' idea what that guy was trying to do in the end there. I thought for sure after Martha has gotten her way with him, he would have been a changed man and would have been a lot more open-minded. But even she already knew it was too late for her overbearing son and told me that I had to get away from him soon before he began to realize I was over him. She told me it was time for a divorce and that she'd make sure he signed the papers. Martha even told Peyton herself to let me leave him, before giving a heavy sigh and saying that she no longer wanted to see him anymore. After both myself and his mom cut ties to him, I was able to get the divorce I wanted and was free. However, half a year later, things would become a lot worse for the already corrupted man. He ended up having to quit his job at work after trying to make a move on one of the girls in his office, only for her to tell HR and have them start questioning him. This then led to the company doing a full investigation into him based off what was said, and even after quitting, more and more things came up. What he'd been saying and doing to female employees there went so deep that he ended up being asked to pay 4 separate settlements from 4 different women he had worked with. The total amount ended up being so much that not even his savings could pay it all off, and so he had to go into debt in order to afford not being taken to court. Unfortunately for Peyton, though, him not having a job meant that he couldn't borrow money from the bank, and so he was forced to borrow from loan sharks, who soon wanted their money back. But instead of breaking his legs as a warning for not paying them, the loan sharks instead had him taken away in an unmarked truck to a warehouse out of state where he is now working all day and night to make up for the money he took from them.
Hey Ray, are you there? I gotta talk to you about something real quick. Let me know as soon as you see this message. Hello Warren, what can I do for you? Is everything okay? Yes, I realize that you may be out of the office right now visiting our site, so I hope that now is a good time to chat. That's no problem for me at all. I'm actually taking my lunch break at a cafe right now, so I have some time to text. Great, well, I wanted to ask if you had any plans for tonight. Oh, well, no, I don't think I have any plans to speak of tonight. Although it is Friday, do you mind if I ask you why you're wanting to know? Well, I just wanted to ask you if you had any plans to go out tonight or anything like that. I know that you young people are always about, squeezing in your partying wherever you can get it. Right, I guess we can do that sometimes. But like I said, I don't have any plans or anything like that. Why do you ask? Do you think I'll have something overtime to do tonight or something? No, of course not. I was just wondering if you want to go out and grab some dinner with me is all. There's a new steak place that I've really wanted to try out. You want to invite me to go out with you to a steakhouse? Well, just think of it as a prize for yourself. I mean, this morning, when you locked in with our clients into their contract, I just had never seen anything like it at all. You are great. I just want to show my gratitude for all you've done for our company. No, it was really nothing. I was just trying to tell them what they wanted to hear without lying to them. Don't be so modest. You really did great, I swear. This is what we do in the industry, don't you know that? You close a big deal and then your boss takes you out for dinner. What's so wrong with that? Or is it the restaurant? Do you not like steak or something like that? I don't mind going somewhere else like sushi or pasta or anything. You name it, it's my treat, honest. No, it's nothing like that. I really love a good steak. Steak sounds fine. Thank you. Well, okay then, it's decided. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you reaching out to me and offering to do this. Let's get dinner. That sounds like a fun time, actually. Aaron, are you there? I'm really sorry to be telling you this so last minute, but the thing is that I'm gonna be taking out one of my subordinates to dinner tonight, so I won't be eating at home.
Oh, really? But you didn't mention anything about going out for dinner tonight when you left for work this morning.
I know, I really didn't think that I was even gonna be doing this. But this employee is new to the company, but managed to close a really tough deal, so I gotta take him to show how thankful the company is.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes sense. I feel like this isn't the first time you've done something like this. But since you're already going out to eat, maybe I should take the kids out to eat somewhere as well. I was just thinking that it has been a while since we went out to a restaurant.
Well, I think that's a great idea. The kid deserves to eat out every now and then too. You should do that. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that that was happening and that I'm not going to be home until later.
No problem. Thank you for letting me know. I do appreciate it.
Oren, I'm really sorry to be bugging you like this, but can we talk? Ray, why are you texting me? What's the matter? I know that the food is taking a bit to come out, but there's no need to panic. No, sorry, it isn't that. I just have to tell you something that I saw. So, I was in line for the bathroom since there was only one that wasn't closed for cleaning, and anyways, well, I just saw something that was really weird. You saw something weird? Well, okay, what was it? Is everything okay? It was nothing too horrible, it's just that I saw this mom and her daughter sitting at the dinner table. And the mom's plate was full of food and looked like it had just been delivered from the kitchen, but the little girl only had a cup of water in front of her. And as I looked around the table, I realized that there was a second kid, a son. And the son, just like the mom, also had a plate full of food. Wait, what? So you're telling me that this parent went to the trouble of taking her kids out to dinner but is only letting one of them have water? Well, actually, it's more that I'm looking at this family. The more that I think that it's your family, Oren. Wait, what? You're telling me that you think the family that you're looking at right now is actually my family? You can't be serious about that, right? Well, I haven't seen them in person, but I've seen the pictures of your family that you have on your desk in the office plenty of times. And the little girl sitting at this table is the spitting image of your daughter in the photo on your desk. So you're telling me that the girl that's sitting at the table and only drinking water looks like she could be in high school then? If I had to guess, I would say that she looks like she could be a high schooler, yeah? Well, I do know that my little Sarah has been on a diet recently and has lost a little bit of weight. Unless she isn't even on a diet. You know what? I think that I made a mistake. I don't think that family is your family. I mean, what would be the odds of that? I just think that I was standing in line for so long that I started getting a little bit too in my own head. I didn't mean to worry you or anything. I'm really sorry if I did. But it's probably just better to forget all that I've said any of this. You really think that it was just your imagination? I really hope so. But just in case, when you get back to the table, I'm gonna go out to the bathroom and look at the family that you were talking about, okay? Okay then, sounds good. I'm just gonna head out of the bathroom right now, actually. Okay then, see you in a bit. Well, I went over to the bathroom and pretended to use it, and you were right. That is my family sitting over there. But I'm so confused. I managed to get pretty close to their table without them noticing me, and I heard my wife telling my daughter that she was allowed to have water. While her and my son get gushing over how good the food was, she was clearly just trying to make my daughter feel even worse. I see. Oren, I'm so sorry. I really don't know what to say to this at all. It's okay, Ray, but I think if it's okay with you, I'd like to invite my daughter over to our table. You want to invite your daughter to come and eat with us? Well, I said that I got close enough to their table without them noticing me, but I think my daughter Sarah did actually notice. I texted her from the bathroom, telling her to keep an eye on her phone for me. I figured I would talk about this with all of you before we moved forward at all. Oh, I see. Well, I really don't mind at all if that's something you want to do. It sounds like your daughter probably isn't enjoying herself at all anyways, so by all means, invite her over. Okay then, just a second. Hey, Oren, I just wanted to thank you again for dinner. I can't remember the last time that I ate that well, and it really meant a lot to me that you wanted to take me out. No, don't worry about that. Besides, I only took you out because of all the hard work that you've been doing. Besides, I don't know how grateful you should really be to me, seeing as you ended up getting sucked into my family drama for just a bit. Oh, you really don't have to worry about that, Oren. I'm just glad that you were able to get your daughter out of that situation and have her come and sit with us. Yes, well, it only dawned on me that when she came to the table, that you probably have no idea about anything regarding my family, really. Especially the fact that Sarah is my daughter from a previous marriage, and that Erin is my second wife who has her own son. We've been married for 2 years already, and I really did think that things were going well for all of us. But I had no idea that she really disliked Sarah that much. Well, I know that this isn't really my place to say anything about any of this, but I just want to let you know that if I can help in any way, I'd be more than happy to. Thank you, Ray, that really does mean a lot to me. And you might just regret telling me that because I may actually call you in for some assistance at some point.
What is the meaning of this, Oren? You can't actually be serious about this, right? Are you really going to divorce me? For what? What did I even do?
Erin, are you really gonna tell me that you have no idea what those divorce papers might be about at all? You really have no idea why I might want to divorce you?
Well, I guess there was that time about a month ago that I had to leave Sarah with your mom at the very last minute. But I only did it because your mom lives so close to Sarah's high school and I really didn't have time to go and pick her up. Surely that isn't what this is all about though, right?
You're so close and yet so far. It's something that happened about a month ago. You're right about that. But can you guess at all about what else it could be?
You mean it wasn't about that? Well then, what could this possibly be about? I really have no idea in the slightest. Can't you just tell me?
I'm talking about what you did to Sarah at the steakhouse. You took both of our kids out to eat there, and yet you only let my daughter drink water while your son was able to eat his fill.
Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? Where is this all coming from? Did Sarah tell you that? Surely you don't really believe that, right? Of course I let her eat. She can eat whatever she wants. Why would I care about that? In fact, she actually ate the most out of all three of us when I took them out for dinner then. I was actually so surprised at how much she was eating because she's always going on about her diet, you know. But she didn't really seem to mind.
Aaron, just give it a rest. I was in that same restaurant while the three of you also were.
Wait, what? What do you mean you were there with us? It was just the three of us. I'm sure that you weren't there at all.
You're right. I wasn't there eating with the three of you. But I told you about how I was going to be taking out one of our employees for a dinner, right? Well, we went to that same steakhouse, and while the two of us were there, we saw what you were doing to Sarah. Well, my coworker actually saw it first. I only went over to check on you after he told me he thought he saw my family there.
Hold on a second. So then, when Sarah left the table because she said she was getting a phone call from a friend and then never coming back.
That's right. She wasn't really getting a phone call from a friend. I just invited her over to have dinner with my colleague and I. We were in another part of the restaurant, so I guess that you didn't actually see where we were sitting.
You've got to be kidding me. You aren't actually serious about all this, are you?
Of course I'm serious, but I have to say that I'm just shocked at all that Sarah told me while we talked that night. She let me know all about how when I wasn't there that you would treat her so awfully.
Me? What on earth are you talking about? I've done nothing on the sort. You aren't really going to take her word over mine, are you?
I thought I told you to just drop the act already. Sarah even had recordings of you yelling at her at home. And she told me about how you stole her money that she got from her job and never sent her to school with enough food. She even showed me all that she wrote in her diary about what you were doing to her.
But, see? Why would she do that? I didn't even know that she had it in her to talk about all this. She's always so sad and quiet at home. Why does she open up to you?
I just want you to know that I was talking to a friend of mine who is currently studying law, and he told me that there is nothing that can stop this divorce from happening.
Oren, please, just calm down. Surely we can talk about this. I mean, I know you told me to drop off Sarah at her grandma's so that she could live there for a while, right? I thought that was your way of choosing us over her.
It was never about that. I sent my daughter to go and live with her grandma so she wouldn't have to live with you or her son.
And so you're really just going to divorce me then? It isn't fair. You can't do this to me.
Well, it's either that or we could take this matter to court.
Court? Are you threatening to sue me? For what? I didn't even do anything wrong. Please, you can't do this to me, Oren.
Of course I can. But if you just agree to sign the divorce papers, then I'll accept Sarah's bereavement payments via the alimony.
Bereavement payments? What on earth are you talking about? You mean on top of divorcing me, you're really going to try and make me pay? It wasn't like I was out cheating on you or something. I was just trying to show Sarah some tough love.
I don't care what excuses you have. The fact of the matter is that you are treating my daughter terribly despite marrying me and becoming her mother-in-law. So you might as well save all your excuses for her.
But this can't really be happening. Are you really going to choose your daughter over your own wife? You wouldn't be so crazy as to do that, would you?
Are you going crazy? Of course I'm gonna choose my daughter. I was always going to choose my daughter.
But it's really that easy for you. I don't believe it.
Anyways, just know that this divorce is going to happen. I've already talked to a lawyer about it, and she said it's gonna be pretty cut and dry.
You mean you've really already gone out and hired a lawyer for all of this? I guess you really are serious about leaving me.
Of course I'm serious. Even if you told me you were gonna stop all this nonsense and treat my daughter fairly, it still wouldn't change my mind. The only thing I want from you now is an agreement to the divorce. That's the only way I can save my daughter from you.
But I don't want a divorce. I don't want to leave you, Oren. Surely it doesn't have to be this way, right?
If you didn't want it to be this way, then you should have treated my daughter how you did in the first place.
But then what about my son? You're really going to walk away from this marriage and him when he didn't do anything?
No, please, I know that you and your son have both been bullying my daughter together. I'm so glad that you two could bond over treating someone so horribly. By the way, I've canceled the lease for our place, so you and your son have until the end of the month to move out.
Cancel the lease to our apartment? How could you do that?
Why would I want to live with the woman who I'm divorcing? You better start packing up your stuff quick and look for a new place to live, too.
But then, you're really going to leave me as a single mother? You're just going to cast my son and I into a life of poverty because we were teasing your daughter a little bit. Are you still sure that you want to go through this divorce? I really think that it would be best if you didn't. I mean, who is going to want to marry a man your age with a kid who's been divorced twice?
I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure my daughter is safe. Besides, I did a little more digging and learned about something about your last divorce. You told me that you and your husband split up because of an affair, but now I realize that it was you who was engaging in it.
Wait a second. How did you find all that out? And just who are you to judge me anyways? You and your wife probably split because you were cheating on her.
Actually, my wife died of cancer.
Oh, well, I don't have anything to say on that.
And I don't have anything more to say to you except that you had better pay me by the deadline you agreed to, or else. Hey, Ray, are you there? I just wanted to be the first to say welcome back from your business trip. Oh, thank you, Warren. I appreciate that. I was just gonna drop off my papers at the office and then I was gonna go home. I see. Well, if you don't have any plans, I was thinking you and I could go out for the night. Oh, well, I haven't made any concrete plans since I'm just getting back. Excellent. I have another really great place I'd love to take you. Kind of a local hole in the wall that not really a lot of people know about. It'll be my treat, so what do you say? Well, I really appreciate the invitation, but you just took me out to eat the other month. I couldn't possibly ask you to do that again. Well, I just thought I'd invite you out so I could tell you how the rest of our family drama went since last month. Thankfully, I was able to solve it without having to call you in for anything after all. After that, I went out with Oren and met him at the address that he gave me. The restaurant was tiny and packed, but the food was delicious. I noticed that Oren seemed to be a lot happier than usual. He told me all about how he had found out what his wife was doing to his daughter. He told me about how he realized that he had to get her out of that situation no matter what it took. Then he told me about the divorce and how he convinced his wife to pay a huge sum to settle any future legal issues that might be between the two of them. Oren told me about how he and his daughter have moved in with his mom for the time being and that they are looking for their own place. He said that now it's just him and Sarah together and he wants to make sure that he has everything he needs for a happy life and that he makes sure he's there to be a part of it.
Hey, Emily, I'll give you more details once you get home, but for the time being, I've got a big announcement to make.
What's up, Roy? Aren't you at work right now? Is everything okay?
I've been appointed to work at corporate headquarters.
Corporate headquarters? So, what does that mean?
Well, to put it simply, my company wants me to work together with the big shots. They want me to have a bigger hand in the company's global operations.
So then this is, like, a promotion? You're moving up?
It's going to be kind of a gradual thing, but ultimately, yeah. My branch manager told me that he's never seen anyone get called up to corporate HQ as fast as this before. Isn't that something?
Wow, that's great!
So the next big step is to look for a new apartment and get ready to move, so a lot is going to need to get done in a limited time frame.
I want to live in a high-rise apartment.
Huh?
You're going to be a big shot, right? All the big shots on TV shows live in high-rise apartments. Oh, it's going to be so great. I can't wait to gaze out of the windows at all the little people walking below.
Okay, well, I guess if I can find something that's within our means, then we might be able to make it happen. Yo, Roy, how's it going? Whoa, is that you, Drew? It's been way too long, man. How have you been? Great, thanks. Sorry, I gone kind of radio silent lately. How are things going for you and my sister? I'm doing fine. No complaints, man. It's great to hear from you. Glad to hear it. Now, I hate to jump right into business, but there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Do you have a minute to talk right now? Yeah, sure. What is it? Mom told me that you've been appointed to your company's corporate headquarters. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Actually, I just found out the other day. Wow. So you're on your way to the top, huh? Yeah, I guess so. It kind of feels weird saying that about myself, though. I'm not one for blowing my own horn, but I guess the execs were really pleased with my performance on a big project that just got completed a few weeks ago. So pleased, actually, that they want me to come to corporate HQ and lead the team for a brand new and adventurous project they planned. From the sound of things, I'll still be sticking around there on a long-term basis, even after the project is completed. Man, to think my little brother-in-law is now a high-powered businessman. I don't know. It might be a bit early to break out that title for me. You figured out where you're going to live yet? No, actually. Like I said, I just found out that I was going to have to move a couple of days ago, and the move won't be for another 2 months, so I honestly haven't even begun to make any sort of arrangements in that department. Okay, well in that case, would you like to move into the apartment I'm using right now? Your apartment? The one on the top floor? The one I stayed in for a while? That apartment? Yep, that's the one. Are you sure you'd be okay with that? Oh, don't worry. We're not going to be living together there or anything. Plus, it's kind of a limited time offer. Oh yeah? Is something going on in your life too? Well, this is really an incredible coincidence, but I just got transferred too. Wow, really? You too, Drew? Yeah, it's a complicated situation, but the guy who was going to be taking on the new position had to withdraw at the last minute due to some family circumstances. Ah, and so you drew the short straw and had to take over for him, right? Exactamundo. But man, I really, really like this apartment, and I still have some time left on the lease, so once I move out, it's just going to be collecting dust until my lease expires. I was thinking about what in the world I was going to do with it when Mom texted me and told me about your promotion. Wow, that is a crazy coincidence. I know this is all pretty short notice, and I'm really not concerned at all about the rent, since I already paid that in advance anyway. So, if it would help you feel better about it, we can work out a financial arrangement that's not too much of a burden on you after things get settled down. It's close to the same business park your company's HQ is in, so it seems like a good fit for you. Man, that does sound nice. I'm super close to accepting your offer right here and now, but I think I should probably talk to my wife about it first before I make any big decisions. Really? You think she's gonna say anything other than yes? All that girl talks about is her dream of living in a fancy high-rise apartment. Yeah, trust me, I know. Right. I just hauled the last box up to the new apartment, but Emily, I know you're excited about moving to the big city, and I've been pretty understanding about you going out on your own to enjoy yourself on the town, but you've been completely ignoring me since we got here. You've barely said a single word to me. You can't even spare me a good morning or good night? What's going on with you? Look, I need to focus on my work now. I've already taken care of all my stuff. It's all cleared out from the living room, so now you're gonna have to take care of unloading all your own stuff, okay? I put it next to the TV so you won't forget about it. It's my first day at corporate HQ tomorrow, and I'm jumping right into the big project they're having me lead, so my hands are gonna be completely full with that for the foreseeable future. I won't have any time to help you with your unpacking. Got it? Yo, Roy, how's it going? You enjoying life in that high-rise apartment you've always dreamed about? I think you're confused about something. Emily is the one who always dreamed about living in a high-rise, not me. I know, just messing with you. So seriously now, what do you think? Are you comfortable in there? It's not bad. I mean, the view is absolutely incredible, can't deny that. Although it was kind of a pain for the first few days that every time I realised I needed something, I had to spend 5 minutes in the elevator before I could even get out the front door. I'm going to have to remember to account for that when I leave for work in the morning. But I wouldn't want to be late because one too many people wanted to get on the elevator. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. It takes forever to get to the ground floor. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to. Other than that, I guess I'm just not used to the whole high-rise society yet. Some of the women around here are, well, they act like they're characters right out of one of Emily's terrible dramas. Let me guess, you met the illustrious Mrs. Carmichael, am I right? I bet she gave you the entire rundown on how her husband's the CEO of a trading firm and he ran into Jay-Z and Beyonce at a party a few years ago. Hey, she told me that same story about once a week. Yep, I've definitely heard that one a few times already. It's only going to be for 6 months. I think I can handle living with the muckety mucks for that long. Good luck. You'll need it. Emily, I thought you'd be home late last night, but I just woke up and you're still not home. What's going on with you? You've been doing this a lot lately, and here we go, leaving me on red yet again. That doesn't hurt as much as when you straight up ignore me to my face, though. I really wish you would talk to me. I'm getting concerned about you. Yo, Roy, I just looked at my calendar. You've already been living there for 3 months, eh? Any problems? Things going smoothly for you guys? Thanks for being so concerned about me, Drew. There's no real problems with the apartment itself. I've been keeping a healthy amount of distance between the neighbours, so I'm still managing to be on friendly terms with everyone I pass in the hallway on my way to work in the morning. Glad to hear, but to be totally honest, I wasn't actually talking about the apartment. It's Emily, isn't it? She's got you worried, hasn't she? Look, I'm gonna be heading back that way this weekend for work. You wanna meet up? We can talk about it. She's my sister. I might be able to help you out. Maybe that would be for the best. I've been doing nothing but bottling it up inside and hoping things change for a while now. And, well, nothing has changed. What time can you be here? Hey, Drew. Thanks for coming to talk with me today, man. I had no idea that's why Emily had been ignoring me all this time. Like I said, she's done this exact same thing before in the past. I can't believe her. She just refuses to grow up. But, thanks to the information you provided me with, it makes taking my next step a whole lot easier. I really appreciate that. I just have to do my best to deal with things for the next 3 months. I just have to make the best of my situation. Well, who knows? Maybe this might make things work out better for me in the end. Roy, look, I really can't express how sorry I am about that idiot sister of mine. Hey, don't apologize, okay? There's nothing that you need to apologize for, just none of this is your fault. Yeah, well, if there's anything at all that I can do to help you out, let me know, okay? I might just take you up on that. Well, thanks again, Drew. Hey, Emily. I know you're definitely not going to reply to me, but there's something I needed to tell you. Next month marks 6 months since we moved into this apartment. I think you know what that means, so make sure you make all the necessary preparations. I'm going to be really busy, so I won't be able to micromanage everything. You're going to have to fend for yourself. Yo, Emily, how's it going?
Oh, hey, Drew. Nice to hear from you. It's been, 5 months now since you gave us this sweet apartment?
Yeah, I think that's about right. To get right down to business, I have a message for you from Mom.
From Mom? What is it?
Actually, as long as I got you, I have something I need to tell you too.
Okay, so let's hear it. I hope it's good news.
You remember meeting my girlfriend? Well, we've been dating for long enough and we decided to get married.
Wow, that's awesome.
We already got legally married, so we'll have a formal wedding ceremony once both of our work schedules have settled down a bit.
Well, that's so great, Drew. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks, Emily. So, along with that, Mom's gonna be moving in with us in our new house. Since Mom's old house will just be collecting dust anyway, She's also decided to put it on the market, and I think we got a buyer who will be closing soon.
Ah, okay. Thanks for letting me know. But are you sure your wife will be fine with suddenly living with her mother-in-law like that?
Nah, no need to worry. The two of them actually share the same hobbies, so they've been able to bond over that. Really, though, if it weren't for that, the two of them get along so well that they both told me that they'd like for us all to move in together. I was looking for a house that would fit all of us, and I found a really nice duplex that was exactly what we needed. So I went ahead and bought it. The units are totally separate, so we'll all have our privacy.
Wow, cool. Well, I'm glad things are going so smoothly for you.
Thanks. Okay, that's all I wanted to say for now. Well, gotta go.
Gotcha. Talk to you later, Drew.
Yo, Roy. I just texted Emily and told her that we sold Mom's old house. Mom's also said that she's 100% fine with everything. She officially has all of her potential escape routes closed off. Thanks so much for doing all that for me, Drew. Once you give the go-ahead, Mom and I are going to change our phone numbers and other contact info, so let me know when everything is ready to go on your end. Gotcha. Will do. Everything from here on out, I leave totally up to you. Deal with it in whatever way you see fit. Oh, trust me. I already know exactly what I'm going to do and when. Hey there, Emily. It's been 6 months now since you started completely ignoring me. 6 months. You know what that means? It means the lease on the apartment expires today.
What? What are you talking about? The lease is expiring? Why?
Why? What do you mean, why? Your brother told you about everything when we first moved in, didn't he? He paid for a year's worth of rent for this apartment in advance, but he found out he was getting transferred just 6 months into the lease. He figured it would be better to have us live here than let it go to waste, so he let us move in for the last 6 months.
Wait, back up. You mean to tell me Drew didn't own this apartment? He was just renting?
I'm 100% sure that he told you it was a rental. 100%. There's no way you missed that conversation.
Oh no, this is the worst.
And another thing, I'm suing you.
What? You can't sue me. I'm your wife.
Actually, I can sue you, since you've been cheating on me. It doesn't matter that you're my wife. For now.
Wait, are you saying...
You've been sleeping with Mrs. Carmichael's husband, our next-door neighbour. I thought it was odd that you went into their apartment by yourself the first day we moved in here. And it only became more odd when you came back, grabbed your makeup bag, and went right back there without saying a word to me. I'm not sure what he told you that sealed the deal. Was it his run-ins with celebrities, or just the fact that he's filthy rich? Whatever the case, you went right into the bedroom with him and began your affair. And that brings us to the reason you've been completely ignoring me for this whole time. I understand that back in your college days you had a boyfriend that you wanted to break up with. Couldn't bring yourself to dump him directly, so you decided to ignore him? Like you've been doing to me. And eventually the poor guy broke up with you himself. I suppose you thought that since it worked so flawlessly last time, you could get me to divorce you in the same way.
Hey, how do you know about that?
I hired a private detective.
You did?
That, and also Mr. Carmichael admitted the whole thing.
Oh no.
Yes, sadly it's true. It would seem the not-so-happy couple has entered divorce mediation.
Wait a minute, that means... Once you and I get divorced, then I can go get married to Mr. Carmichael for real. I can be his next wife.
You'll have to ask him about that.
Yes, awesome. Great, I'm sold. Let's get divorced as soon as possible.
I left the divorce papers on the living room table. Go ahead and sign them whenever you can.
You got them put together already?
Yeah, I told you. We have to move out of that apartment today.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
From the sound of things, you are completely unprepared to move out. Am I right?
Yeah.
I figured as much. I went ahead and booked a monthly room for you to live in for the next month, so you'll need to move in by noon today. The key and address are in an envelope beneath the divorce papers.
Hey, give me a break, though. This is all too sudden.
Not my problem. I'm moving out. Goodbye.
Hey! You can't just leave me like this. Oh, well, whatever. Screw you. I'll just go next door to my darling Mr. Carmichael's room. First things first, though, I'm going to submit these papers to the courthouse. Then I'll tell Mr. Carmichael the great news. Roy, I've changed my mind. We are not getting divorced. I just went to the Carmichael's room and it was totally empty. I asked the other neighbors what happened and they said that his company went under. He's losing his CEO salary, so he won't be able to afford the monthly rent for their apartment. I tried calling and texting him, but I can't get a hold of him. He dumped me. I can't believe it. Roy, answer me right now. Roy, please. Oh, why did I have to go and submit those divorce papers?
After that last text, Emily immediately called a moving company to get her stuff out, so she barely managed to finish moving before the apartment building's deadline. Which was lucky for her. If she had taken another 2 minutes, they'd have charged her another month's rent. I sent my lawyer to have a long, in-depth discussion about the future with her while she was living at the apartment I booked for her. By which I mean to say that I'm suing her for as much as I can possibly get. I already settled accounts with Mr. Carmichael, who opted for a lump sum payment rather than a long and drawn-out payment plan. Emily was planning on having him foot the bill for when I inevitably sued her, but that plan went up in flames the moment she got dumped. This left her as the only involved party without existing financial means to deal with the fallout from their affair. When she found out she'd have to work off her legal bills by herself, my lawyer said she went as pale as a ghost. But I can only imagine how much worse it was when she tried to contact her brother and mother, only to realize that even her own family had cut her out of their lives. She had to take out a loan to cover the settlement, and she's now working 2 jobs every day from morning until night to slowly chip away at it. At the rate she's currently going, she might pay it back by the time she's, 78? Mom, is it true you had an affair?
Oh, I see word gets around fast. I take it you found out then?
Of course this affects our family. If anything, I found out too late. Sure, I get that I'm living out of state due to being on a prolonged work transfer, but why am I the only one who got left out of the loop? I'm your son, for crying out loud. Dad said he kept it from me because he didn't want to worry me. But I'm a grown adult. I had a right to know when everyone else did. I'm 25 and I've been working for the last 4 years. Isn't it about time I got included in family discussions?
I see.
Anyway, just what the hell do you think you're playing at? You're in your 50s, Mom. The days of doing crazy stuff like this should be long behind you.
Whatever. I guess I don't mind that he told you. At least I don't have to bother doing it myself now.
Wow. What kind of attitude is that?
Anyway, I'm pleased things are finally getting settled. The sooner I wrap all this up and put it behind me, the sooner I can move on. On that note, me and your father are getting a divorce.
Is it true that you're getting custody of Louise?
Yes, it is. She's still only in her 4th year of elementary school. Being separated from her mother at that young age would do irreparable damage. Even if your dad did take custody, do you really think he'd be in any fit state to be there for her? He spends more time away on those darn business trips of his than he does with his family. Plus, you live out of state for work, so it would be physically impossible for anyone but me to take her.
Yeah. You do have a point.
I might have a full-time job, but I'll still be around to spend more time with her than your dad would. And on the plus side, it means that financially, I should just about be able to manage everything. Surely you can see how it makes more sense for me to take custody.
But still...
But this has already been decided on, Jason, so you may as well stop trying to fight it.
You're moving, aren't you? Does that mean Louise will be changing schools?
Yes, it does. The plan is to move to the next town where my workplace is to make commuting a little easier. I'll tell you my new address once I get moved in, but you should bear in mind that I'll be starting my new life soon, so don't be under the assumption we'll be seeing each other very often. Goodbye.
Mom, What the heck is going on? I just heard that you moved the guy you cheated on Dad with into your new apartment while living with Louise. Is it true?
Huh? You know about that? How? Who told you?
One of my buddies lives in the neighborhood, and he said he saw you all going in together.
Oh, I see.
Is it really the guy you cheated on Dad with?
Oh, please, don't insult me. I already broke up with that simpleton around the time of the divorce. I guess it's just like they say. When times get tough, you know who really has your back. He's ancient history now. The guy your friend saw me with is my new boyfriend. But we don't live together. He just stays the night every now and then. That's probably what your father saw, but I'm afraid he gave you the wrong idea.
You let him stay the night, but what about Louise? What do you do with her?
I leave her in the safe and trustworthy hands of a good friend who fully and non-judgmentally supports my romantic endeavors.
Oh, I see.
Listen, Jason, I think I have a good idea about what you're trying to suggest here. So how about having a little more respect for your mother? Do you seriously think I'd keep my elementary school-aged daughter around the house to bear witness to adult stuff? That said, I am single now, so who I date is none of anyone else's business. Unlike Louise, you're a fully grown adult, so I'd like to believe you at least understand that.
Yeah, I guess I do. I heard Dad screwed things up with you during the divorce, so it's not really my place to go sticking my nose into the past and making comment on what went down between you guys. But being totally honest, something about this whole situation just doesn't sit right with me.
Is this my big bro's messaging thing? Jason, is it you?
Huh?
It's me, Louise.
Louise,
I'm messaging you from Mom's phone.
since when did you know how to use a smartphone?
My friend Kelly from my old school, before we moved away, her mom let her get a phone and she let us all take turns playing on it sometimes. She even showed us how to do messages for when we get our own one day, so that's how I know. Anyway, writing messages is so easy, I bet a monkey could do it. I hope I can have my own phone soon. This is cool.
Wow, I see. I had no idea you knew how to use one. Louise, you wouldn't happen to be using Mom's phone without her knowing right now, would you?
Yep. She came home drunk again, but this time she kept drinking even after she got back. I found her phone next to a whiskey bottle where she passed out. She's still asleep now. She got some kind of lock on her phone. What was it again? Fingerprint verification. I don't know what a verification is, but I know fingerprints. I figured if I could press Mom's finger on the screen while she slept, I could get inside, and guess what? It worked! I have her phone with me in my bedroom now. Anyway, Jason, there's something I want to ask you. I want to live at your house starting today, big bro.
Huh? From today, but don't you have school? You're not on vacation at the minute, right? It takes over an hour to get to your school from my house.
I haven't been going to school.
What? Why not?
I can't go to school because my rucksack got tossed in the garbage.
Your rucksack got tossed in the garbage? What the hell?
I can't go to school without a rucksack, right? The teacher would get mad at me. Plus, it's a new school, and I don't even know anyone yet. I'm scared enough to go as it is, but without my rucksack, I'm terrified.
Who tossed your rucksack in the garbage, Louise?
Mom's new guy friend.
You mean the guy who stays over at the house sometimes?
Yep, him. His name is Chad, and he's a total jerk.
Wow. Hey, Louise, don't swear like that. God damn it, I can't believe this is happening.
Jason, will you help me? I need you, please.
Alright, it's settled then. Starting from today, you'll be sleeping over at your big bro's house for a little while.
Woohoo!
Is Mom still asleep?
She's fast asleep.
Right. I guess her lights are bound to be out for a good while if she's wasted. Louise, I need you to do something for me. Do you know how to delete message history?
I don't know.
Do you know how to turn off the phone?
Mom doing it once. Wait, is Mom gonna know I used her phone? Will she be mad with me?
Don't worry about it. You're gonna be totally fine. I need you to turn off the phone and hide it under the plant pot in the corner of the veranda. Can you do that for me?
The veranda?
It's to save time. Look, we're in the middle of summer right now. Mom hates the heat, so she never goes out on the veranda unless she has good reason to. Once you've hidden the phone, it'll take me exactly 1 hour to get there. Start getting your things ready to come to my place, and do not under any circumstances leave your bedroom, okay? When I get there, I'm going to ring the doorbell exactly 3 times. When I do, I want you to come downstairs to the front door as fast as you can, and we're going to blow this joint.
Okay, got it.
Jason, give Louise back to me this instant.
I see you finally managed to find your phone.
I knew telling you my new address was a mistake. This is abduction, plain and simple. I'll have you arrested for this, boy. You mark my words.
Geez, Mom, can you even hear yourself? Get real. All I'm doing is protecting my little sister, you maniac. I'm keeping her safe from you and your boyfriend. There's no way I could sleep at night with her in that house, knowing how crazy and out of control you're behaving.
Quit blowing things out of proportion, you overdramatic little weasel.
How am I being overdramatic? I thought cheating on Dad and destroying our family was the lowest you'd ever sink to. Boy, was I wrong. I feel nothing but shame and embarrassment having a mother like you. You're so pathetic it hurts.
I said quit being overdramatic, you little pansy. I never raised you to be this sensitive. Anyway, quit trying to change the subject and give me back Louise.
There's no way you're having her back.
This is kidnapping. Are you insane? I'll call the cops if you don't give her back. I swear I will.
You still don't get it, do you? You have no idea that calling the cops on me would lead to nothing but the absolute ruin of you and your boyfriend, huh?
Huh? Why?
Louise told me a thing or two about what you guys have been up to, Mom. You told me you were leaving Louise with your friend when your boyfriend stayed the night at your place, back when I asked you about it. But that's not true, is it? You're forcing her on the college student who lives on her own 2 floors down in your apartment block the whole time.
I was just letting her practice babysitting for when she has kids of her own one day. Is that so wrong?
Do you think I'm naive enough to believe a bullshit excuse like that? I took Louise to the hospital and got the doctors to give me a medical certificate to document her condition.
A medical certificate? Her condition?
She's so skinny and emaciated, my jaw almost hit the floor when I saw her. I took her for a meal at a fast food joint so she'd have some calories inside her and rushed her to the hospital for a checkup as quickly as I could. Thankfully, she wasn't in any immediate danger, but the doctors were still concerned. They said she was severely malnourished and suffering from several vitamin and mineral deficiencies. They decided to keep her in for a few days just to make sure she's okay.
Louise is staying in the hospital.
I don't think I need to spell out what this means for you.
Go on. What does it mean?
It means this is a case for Child Protective Services.
CPS? You'd report your own mother to CPS? No, don't do it.
If you call the cops, I'll call CPS. Does that sound fair? It's pretty obvious how you and your boyfriend have been treating my little sister all this time. I can't believe I fell for your responsible mother act when you told me you'd been leaving her with a friend when he stayed the night.
Jason, please don't do this. Isn't there any way we can make all of this go away? It's not fair for you to act like this, and you need to stop.
You, of all people, talking about fairness. Now I really have heard it all. I'm telling Dad what you did, and there is nothing you can do to stop me.
What? No, don't do it. Don't tell your dad. Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything.
Whoops, too late. I just sent the message. Realistically, given the situation, Dad's the only one in any position to take Louise in right now.
Take her in? What's that supposed to mean? What do you plan on doing?
Dad will be taking custody of my sister.
What? You cannot be serious. You're delusional. You had me curious for a sec there, but that's actually the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Have you forgotten the reason I took custody of Louise in the first place, you little simpleton? Your father's a chronic workaholic and spends more time away on those damn business trips of his than he does at home. On what planet do you expect him to be able to look after a 6-year-old? I think you're being a little too ambitious with this one.
Actually, that's where you're wrong. This is doable, and we are going to make it happen.
Huh? Why do you seem so confident?
I'm guessing you didn't know this, but Dad switched apartments at his company just before the divorce went through. He mainly works from home. Goes into the office once or twice a week at most these days. If it suits him, I'm happy to move in with the two of them. I think it would be nice for us all to be reunited again, actually. Oh, and don't worry about Louise's environment being too male. My fiancée says she's happy to help out with anything that requires a feminine touch.
Huh? Hang on, what did you just say? Your fiancé? Since when were you engaged?
We've known each other since high school, but we met again as adults at my workplace when she started out as an intern. I was just about to introduce her to you and Dad after she accepted my proposal, but that's when your affair got out and the marriage fell apart. The timing didn't seem right anymore, all things considered. But actually, Louise found out about her a year ago when she saw us out on a date while she was out on a school field trip. Can you believe what a coincidence that is? As for Dad, I introduced her to him 3 months back.
Wow, what the hell is this? So I was the only one who didn't know?
Yep. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about right now is the fact that Dad's finally in a position to take custody of Louise and provide her with the love, care, and attention that she needs. I don't know whether you did what you did to Louise on purpose, but the fact that it was reprehensible and unforgivable remains the same. Neglect of that order is more than enough reason to have custody handed over to Dad.
But Jason, do you have any idea what the consequences of doing that would be? If your dad gets custody, I won't be able to get by anymore.
You won't be able to get by. I thought you'd been working a full-time job this whole time.
Well, about that, you see, some things happened, and, I quit my job.
Hang on a sec. No way. Did you quit your job to live off Dad's child support payments?
No, it wasn't like that at all.
I see. Oh, just when I thought you couldn't sink any lower. I'll be telling Dad about this, mark my words.
No, wait, you can't.
Anyway, the bottom line here is you're not getting Louise back, no matter what. Me and Dad will keep her safe from you if it's the last thing we do.
Jason, stop this. You wouldn't seriously betray your own mother, would you? I birthed you into this world and raised you, you wretched little ingrate.
That's rich. You got some nerve to accuse anyone of betrayal after what you did. The only traitor here is you.
How can you treat me like this? I am your mother. You should have my back. Sure, I might have made a mistake or two, but you're still my son. Don't abandon me, please. I'm begging you, Jason.
Have you literally no self-awareness? The only one who betrayed anyone is you. The only one who abandoned their family here is you. How can you destroy our lives by cheating on Dad and then have the gall to point the finger at me?
I'll change, I swear. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. Jason, I promise you I am.
I'm not naive enough to be fooled by your lies anymore, Mom. I'm a grown adult, and I can see through your bullshit.
Jason, stop swearing at me and stop being so cruel, you heartless monster.
All right, we're done here. Later, Mom. It was just after the time of our last message that my dad went into battle mode and resolved to win back custody of my sister. What triggered him into action, you ask? Well, simple. He paid Louise a visit in hospital. One look at her gaunt, emaciated face was all he needed to know he had no choice but to call the cops, so that's what he did. The result? Mom and her boyfriend ended up with a criminal record for child neglect. On top of that, she was ordered by a judge to pay back my dad for the last 4 months' worth of child support, She'd been blowing on whiskey in fancy restaurants after quitting her job. As for custody of Louise, yep, you guessed it. My dad won the court case in a heartbeat. We decided to rent an apartment halfway between mine and Dad's workplaces so we could both still make it to work easily enough when we needed to. With that, the three of us began living together. Once everything calms down, the plan is for my fiancée to move in with us until me and her decide to get a place of our own. Something tells me Louise can't wait for her to move in with us. She took a liking to her as soon as they met, and they've been getting along great ever since. My little sis did have to change schools again when we moved house, but I was relieved to hear she already made a bunch of friends. Here's to hoping these days of peace, calm, and relaxation carry on forever. Well, thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, feel free to comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Lisa! Is it true? Are you really getting married? Lisa, please, we gotta talk about this! Why aren't you answering me?
Because it's really, really early in the morning? What's the matter, Nick? Why did I just wake up to my brother blowing up my phone with texts and calls?
I just want to know, are you really getting married?
Well, yeah, I am. Is there some kind of problem with that?
Are you out of your mind? Of course there is! How many times have I told you this, Lisa? I'm your older brother, and there's no one in the world who knows you better than I do! So you can't just go and choose who you want to marry without getting my input first!
Yeah, you've told me that a bunch of times, and I wish you would just knock it off. This is my life, Nick, my future. I have the right to decide the man I want to marry on my own. Thank you very much.
No, you still don't get it. This isn't about you. This is about my sacred duty as your older brother. You're my only little sister in the whole wide world, Lisa. I need to make sure you marry a man who's going to treat you right. But what did I find out today? That both Mom and Dad have known about this guy for months and have already met him. They've even gone over to his folks' house for dinner a bunch of times. You owe me an explanation, Lisa. Why have you all been hiding him from me?
The reason we had to hide him from you is the way you're acting right now.
What do you mean?
Did you forget about what you did to my last 2 boyfriends?
What's that got to do with anything?
I am sick of this, Nick. I have no idea how you managed to find out that I'm getting married, but every single time I've started going out with a guy, you have to go and challenge him to one of your stupid competitions.
Yeah, and there's a very good reason I do that. If I'm gonna let some guy take you away from me, then I need to be sure he's someone who's at least as much of a man as I am. And how else am I gonna find that out unless I give them a proper test?
And every single one of my boyfriends up until now has broken up with me rather than take your test.
You're welcome! You dodged a bunch of bullets thanks to me! Aren't you lucky you have such a protective big brother?
Nick, you are 10 years older than me, and all of my boyfriends have been my same age. Don't you feel the least bit embarrassed for making some creepy alpha male challenge to guys that are much younger than you?
Being more of a man than me may be a high hurdle to clear, but only men who are capable of beating me are worthy of receiving your hand in marriage. And until the perfect man comes along who's at least as much of a man as I am, then I just can't allow you to get married. As such, you need to set up a meeting between me and this fiancé of yours immediately. He will be tested.
Knock it off, Nick. Seriously.
What's the matter, Lisa? You afraid he won't be up to snuff?
That's not it at all. I just don't want him to meet you, that's all.
Then why not?
Because I'm terrified that you're going to do or say something that's rude or creepy to him. And that's a justified fear, I might add. And not to mention, it's not like I chose him specifically because of this or anything, but I'm pretty sure he could beat you at your own game.
Yeah, well, in that case, you have to let me meet him.
It's not happening, and you're too late, Nick.
Too late meaning what?
We already got married yesterday.
You what? You got married without my permission?
Yes, and we're planning to have a formal wedding ceremony later on this year. Unless you can promise me that you won't do anything to disrupt the wedding, then I'm not letting you come.
You can't do this to me!
And there it is again. That reaction is precisely what I'm talking about. That's why I had to beg Mom, Dad, and Rachel not to tell you anything until we had already gotten married.
No way! Are you telling me everyone in our family knew about this except for me?
All you need to know is this. I am married to the man I love, and we are incredibly happy together. I will not let you get in our way. Hey there, Lisa. Do you have a minute to talk? For my sister and only sane sibling, I've got all the time in the world. But what are you texting me for? You typically call me whenever there's something you want to talk about. Yeah, about that. Actually, I'm not at home right now. My husband is out of town for work, so I'm spending the week at our parents' house. And my room is right next door to Nick's. Ah, I think I get it. You're worried that if he finds out you're talking to me, he's gonna storm in and demand you let him talk to me. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. Okay, so what's on your mind? I'll give you one guess. It's Nick, right? Bingo. He seems like he's up to something. And what is that something? I'm not sure, but all of a sudden the other day he went to Mom and Dad and said he wants to move out. Oh, wow. You mean he's finally going to go and live on his own? Is that really all that big of a problem? Well, I don't know. It's not like I have any hard evidence when I say this, but lately Nick's been acting weird. Lately? That's not just a lately thing for him. He's been weird for as long as I can remember. Yeah, I guess you would say that, wouldn't you? It's so bizarre. I don't get it at all. He's always been totally normal around you, but when he's around me, he's insane. We're both his younger sisters. Why is he so much more protective of me than you? Well, I doubt it's that he's playing favorites, if that's what you were thinking. If I had to say, I think it's because you're so much younger than we are. Me and him were born less than a year apart, and we practically grew up right alongside each other. I was always just about as big as he was, too, so I held my own when he picked a fight with me. So even though we're both his younger sisters, he probably sees me more as his equal. Yeah, I still don't get it. Yeah, I really don't either. I mean, seriously, how can he be so oblivious to the impact his intrusions have had on your life? Right? It's less of a sibling thing and more just him respecting me as a human being. Oh, but I'm sorry. You were in the middle of telling me something, weren't you? Oh, right. We got distracted, huh? You were saying that Nick is going to move out of Mom and Dad's house and that you have some kind of bad feeling about that? Yeah, that's right. Ever since you got married and moved out of the house, he's been talking about you nonstop. It's genuinely every day. He'll find some way to bring you up in conversations. But then ever since he told Mom and Dad he's moving out, it's stopped completely. Huh. Wow, yeah, that is kind of suspicious. It's really been bothering me. At first, I thought it might be a good thing, right? Like maybe he was finally getting over his overprotective obsession with you. But then I noticed that he started smiling a lot more and laughing to himself from time to time. Plus, I caught a glimpse of his cell phone wallpaper today, and it's still your picture. Oh my God, he still hasn't changed that picture? That was my senior picture from high school. I really hope that I'm just getting myself worked up over nothing and he's not really plotting anything, but, well, I just thought I should let you know. Okay, thanks, Rachel. I never told him my new address, and I trust that you, Mom, and Dad haven't blown my cover to him. So unless there's some sort of insane coincidence, I don't think it's likely that he'll move anywhere close to us. But I appreciate the warning, and I'll be on the lookout for any funny business. Yeah, I'd say it would definitely be a good idea to at least be on your guard. Okay, I gotta go now. I'll be sure to let you know if there are any new developments over here. Thanks again, Rachel. I really appreciate the heads up.
Hey there, Lisa. How's my adorable little baby sister doing these days, huh? I know we haven't talked in a while, but never fear. Your reliable, trustworthy, manly big brother is here.
What do you want, Nick?
What do I want? What's that matter? Can't I just text my own little sister without wanting anything?
You've practically been working overtime to give me reasons to be suspicious around you for my entire life.
Oh, come on, Lisa. Is that really how you feel? You think I'm constantly plotting ways to interfere in your life?
Yeah, you have been constantly interfering in my life.
Oh, Lisa, my dear sweet little sister. It makes me so sad to see that you don't see how hard I've been working to protect and support you. But I'm not doing this expecting a paycheck. I'm just doing my duty as your brother. Oh, well, I'm sure that you'll come to understand one day.
Okay, so did you just text me for no reason? Gotcha. I'll be going now.
No, wait, don't go yet. I have something very important to talk to you about.
Then talk. I'm waiting.
I've got a big announcement to make. I moved out of Mom and Dad's house.
Uh-huh. So you're finally going out on your own, huh? Good for you.
Well, in a way, yes. A while back, I got a great idea. Probably the single best idea I've ever gotten. And ever since I came up with it, I've been working day and night to make it happen.
And that idea is...
You're going to get a very large amount of packages in the mail tomorrow.
Packages? I didn't order anything.
No, you didn't. I did.
Nick, what did you have sent to my house? Tell me right now.
Gladly. Those packages contain, drum roll please, all my stuff. But that's not half as good as what's going to arrive at your doorstep this very night. Yours truly, Nick, your big brother. I'll see you in a few hours, Lisa.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna move in with you.
What?
It's been 6 whole months now since I've seen you. Not having you within eyeshot is so nerve-wracking, and I'll bet you're afraid to go out at night without me around to walk you to your car.
I'm fine, actually.
So I got to thinking, what would be the best way for me to keep tabs on you? The answer was clear. I needed to move in with you.
Hold on, Nick, you're not making any sense. I mean, you don't even know my new address. How are you going to get over here?
Yeah, about that. I was going through Mom's cell phone the other day, and I saw that she had your address recorded on your contact screen.
God, you have got to be kidding me. You went snooping through Mom's phone?
Snooping? Nah, that makes it sound like I was doing something untoward. We're family, right? There's nothing wrong with me looking at her phone. So don't you worry, Lisa. I know exactly where you are right now, and I'll be there shortly.
Nick, listen to me, and listen good. I have begun my new life with my husband. I am in the middle of enjoying being a newlywed woman, Nick. You know what that means, don't you? So why on earth would you think to come and barge in on us like this?
Yeah, that's the thing. I still don't know whether this guy is worthy of being your husband yet. And the only way to make sure is to put him through my test.
Oh, for the love of... You're still going on about your stupid test?
Well, yeah, of course I am. This guy wants to be the life partner of my little sister. And if he wants to claim that title for himself, then this is one challenge that he's going to have to clear, no matter what anyone else says. He will take my test, and if he fails, then you're just gonna have to get divorced.
That's it. I can't take this anymore. The second the delivery truck gets here with your packages, I am sending them right back.
But then how am I gonna live with you? I kinda need my stuff.
You are not going to live with me, and I am not letting you set one foot inside my house.
Lisa, what's the matter with you? Howdy ho, sis. Your big brother Nick is finally here.
Huh?
So go ahead and open up the door, will ya?
Why did you come?
I told you I'd be there tonight, didn't I? I'm a man of my word, Lisa.
I explicitly told you that you would not be allowed in the house.
I know, but you clearly underestimated just how devoted I am to protecting you. So could you please open the door already? I've been ringing your doorbell for the last 10 minutes.
Wait, you're at our front door?
I sure am.
And you've been ringing the doorbell?
Yup, only about 40 times or so by now.
That's weird. I haven't heard the doorbell ring once.
It might be broken then, I guess. This apartment seems, I don't know, kind of shoddy. Like, is this a studio apartment or something? I don't know if all my stuff is gonna fit.
What are you talking about?
I'm just thinking I might need to have you guys move us to a larger apartment is all. But that's not even the main problem here. Your so-called husband can only afford a tiny apartment like this? Yeah, that settles it. He is not the right guy for you. I'll go ahead and call a divorce lawyer to start getting all the paperwork ready.
Wait, let me ask you one question.
But of course, sweetheart, what can I do for you?
Where are you right now? Are you at an apartment complex downtown?
Yeah, I am. And man, am I looking forward to being able to live together as brother and sister again.
Oh boy. Nick, we've already moved out of that apartment.
What?
Yeah, the studio apartment you're standing in front of right now was my husband's before we got married. His company was talking about transferring him to another branch around the time we got married, so we lived there for 2 weeks and then moved out. We're living in a house that his company is renting for us. So don't worry, it's a lot more spacious than that tiny little apartment.
Oh, no!
Well, the truth is, about a month ago, Rachel texted me about you. She said it seemed like you were up to something and that I should watch my back. So I talked about it with my husband, and we decided to move up our schedule a bit. And boy, am I glad we did that. If I had waited a few more weeks, we might actually have had to deal with you showing up at our doorstep right now.
Wait a second, then why was this address still listed under your name in Mom's phone?
You're really confused about that? She probably just forgot to update it.
This can't be happening!
Oh yeah, since I'm in the clear now, there's something else I want to tell you.
What is it?
You were going to put my husband through your typical test, aren't you? You know, the flexing contest.
Well, yeah, that was the plan.
I thought so. You remember what happened when you challenged my last 2 boyfriends to a flexing contest?
I sure do. I crushed those losers.
You barged into the room, shouted, "Flexing contest!" and then started posing. And when they refused to do likewise, you just said, "Then I'll win by default. Loser!"
Uh-huh, right. I won, fair and square.
You didn't win. They were just too creeped out by you to know what to do. And after you walked out of the room laughing like a maniac, they turned to me and said, "Sorry, but I can't handle your brother."
Yeah, I know. They couldn't handle my manliness.
They couldn't handle your creepiness, you narcissistic psychopath. You humiliated me in front of them.
No, I didn't.
And another thing, you should be glad I saved you the humiliation of challenging my husband to a flexing contest. He's a competitive bodybuilder.
He is?
Yeah, and he works for a supplement manufacturer. But I don't have time to talk to you about this, and neither do you. You should clear out of there as soon as possible.
Why's that?
Don't you get it? We don't live there, and you don't either. They're gonna call the cops on you before too much longer. Fortunately, Nick left before anyone called the police. Having nowhere else to go, Nick was forced to swallow his pride and go back to our parents' house. However, I had told them what he did, so he was in for the lecture of a lifetime when he got there. It gets worse, though. He had actually quit his job because he was genuinely intending on living with me permanently. So, homeless and jobless, Nick was sent off to live in a factory run by a friend of my dad's that has employee housing on site. Nick is currently spending his days getting up, going to work, and then going back to the tiny, cramped room he shares with 4 other guys.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Judith. I overheard something about you going on a trip. Where are you going, huh? Tell me. Are you going with your mom friends as well? Please tell me right now. Good evening, Tiff. Are you talking about what we were discussing at the kindergarten bus stop? Yes, that's the one. I totally caught bits and pieces. You were talking with Amber and Maya, right? Ah, so you heard that. You're all going on a trip together, aren't you? Like a mom friends getaway? Well, sort of. Oh, take me with you. Come on, I want in. Wait, what? I've always wanted to go on a trip with mom friends. It sounds so fun. Just imagine the bonding, the photos, the laughs. I'm really sorry, but we can't invite you this time. Huh? Why not? Well, the group is already set. Then just add me to it. That's easy, right? One more mom can't hurt. I really wish it were that simple, but the whole thing is already booked, and honestly, Tiff, this isn't the kind of trip that you can just join in on last minute. Excuse me? It's not even a mom-friend trip, technically speaking. So what, you're telling me to back off? It's not like that. It's just... maybe next time, okay? I promise I'll let you know when we plan something else. But this time I need you to understand and set it out. Oh, come on. I'm a mom and I'm your friend, too. What's with this exclusion treatment? You think I'll just let this go? It's not about leaving you out, I swear. All right, then it's settled. I'm joining. Wait, what are you talking about? Let me know once all the dates and details are finalized, okay? Oh, and since I'm coming, I'll go ahead and take charge of organizing everything. Tiff, no, it's already organized. Pretty much everything is decided. Nope, that's not how it's gonna work. We'll just turn it into my trip, a main event, Tiff's Mom Friends Extravaganza. Again, this isn't a Mom Friends trip. Perfect! You can be the one in charge of all the boring logistics and grunt work, okay? Do you really think that you can just make demands like that? Oh, are you sure you want to talk to me that way? What are you getting at? Isn't your husband working under my husband? Wait, seriously? Wow, you didn't know that? Oh, that's kind of awkward. No, I mean, I didn't realize. Well, you do now. So if you keep pushing back, I might just have to pass this little disagreement on to your husband. What? Are you threatening me? Anyway, I'm assigning you all the prep work for the day of the trip. Thanks in advance. You're not even officially part of the trip. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to have such a blast. Tiff, you can't just force your way into this. I'm not okay with any of this, you hear me?
Judith, do you have a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Wait, what happened? Why are you apologizing?
It's about that thing we talked about the other day, the warning about Tiff.
Right. What about it?
Well, I just found out that my kid accidentally told Tiff's kid about our trip. You know, the dates, the inn, the whole thing.
What?
Apparently, while they were playing, Tiff's son snatched away one of his favorite toys and told him, "I'll only give it back if you tell me where your mom's going. If you don't, I'll use my super punch on you." So, he told him. He didn't really have a choice.
Oh my God. That kid's been getting more aggressive lately. Even the other kids at school have been avoiding him. But honestly, let's be real. This was Tiff's doing. No way her kid came up with this idea on his own.
I thought the same. I mean, I've heard other moms mention similar things happening.
Unbelievable. What kind of mother uses her own child as an informant?
I'm seriously so sorry. I didn't think anything like this would happen.
No, don't apologize. This isn't your fault. But now we've got a bit of a problem on our hands.
Yeah, I was hoping this wouldn't turn into a thing, but with Tiff, you just never know.
She's done this kind of thing before, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah. A while back, she tried to crash a neighbor's family trip. Just invited herself without asking. Total mess.
No way. Are you serious?
Yeah, the neighbor's family had to cancel their trip last minute because the husband got sick, but Tiff didn't get the memo. She and her whole family went all the way to the destination anyway, and when they found out the inn was canceled, she went ballistic.
What?
Yep, she accused them of lying, demanded they cover her travel costs, screamed at them in the hotel lobby, saying, "You tricked us." It was this huge public meltdown.
Ugh, that sounds like classic Tiff. She's got this clingy, entitled personality that just won't quit. Honestly, this feels like some kind of petty revenge attempt, like she's trying to crash our trip now to make up for what happened then.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if she sees this as her revenge-free ride.
And with a husband like hers, that guy gives off major troublemaker vibes. If she shows up, it'll be the whole chaotic family in tow, guaranteed.
No doubt. If she found out the date and place, there's nothing stopping her from just showing up.
Then we need to take action. We can't let her just bulldoze her way into our plans.
I was thinking the same. Maybe we should get Hiro involved too. She's good at handling people like Tiff.
Definitely. Hiro has a way of shutting down nonsense without making a scene. We need her on our side.
All right, I'll give Maya a call too. The three of us should meet later and come up with a plan.
Sounds good. And hey, stop apologizing. Seriously.
I feel bad though. If my son hadn't said anything...
Don't blame yourself. Honestly, the real issue is that we weren't more careful. I'm the one who brought up the trip at the bus stop in the first place. I should have known better, especially with someone like Tiff always lurking around.
Still, I should have reminded my kid not to talk about it.
They're kids. They're not spies. And it's not like your son just spilled it on purpose. He was being threatened. That's not on him.
Thanks, Judith. I was kind of freaking out about this. I didn't know how you'd react.
You did the right thing by telling me. That's what matters. We'll handle it. Let's regroup later and come up with something solid.
Okay, I'll message Maya now and get back to you.
Perfect. See you later then.
All right, thanks again, and sorry.
Stop it with the apologies already. Let's focus on not letting Tiff hijack our trip. We've earned this break. We're not giving it up without a fight.
Judith? Hey, just wanted to give you a little heads up.
What is it?
So, small update. Tomorrow's meeting time has changed, okay?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, we were supposed to leave at 7 in the morning by car, remember? Well, it's been moved to 9 instead. Thought you should know.
What are you even talking about?
Alrighty then, that's all from me. See you tomorrow! Judith? Hey, why didn't you show up at the meeting time?
Good morning. What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. The meeting time was 7 a.m., right? How could you mess that up and not show up? It is a bit ridiculous. And by the way, Amber and Maya aren't even here either. So I had no choice but to invite my relatives instead. You and your group don't need to come anymore.
Huh?
I had to scramble to get another car ready for the trip because of all this. Do you have any idea how much of a hassle it was? And guess what? You're going to pay for your share of the gas and transportation costs. So get ready for that.
Wait, are you talking about how you changed it to 9 a.m. yesterday?
Oh, no. After that conversation, I switched it right back to the original time. I thought I told you. Oh, it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure I called you about it. So now, since you didn't show up on time, it's your fault, right? And now this trip is just going to be me, my family, and my relatives. We're going to have a great time. Bye-bye now. Judith! Hey! Answer me already!
What is it?
I was just about to check into the Ryokon, but they said I've already checked in. What do you think you're doing, stealing our trip like this? If you're here at the resort, get out here right now.
Sorry, I'm out sightseeing at the moment, so it's going to be difficult to come back right now.
What?
Actually, what's going on with you? Stealing our trip? Wasn't it you who tried to steal it in the first place?
You're the one who didn't show up on time, remember?
To begin with, I didn't even invite you, and I specifically turned you down.
But in the end, I ended up going, didn't I?
You were the one trying to push through on your own.
You're the one who left me out, so you're to blame. As punishment, you'll pay for our accommodation.
Wait a second, are you planning to stay at my family's house?
Huh?
Do you really think you can stay there?
What do you mean?
The resort you tried to check into is actually my family's property. We converted part of the garden into a guest facility and have been running a resort there.
What?
And by the way, this trip isn't a mom's trip.
What are you talking about? Amber and Maya are with you, right? That clearly sounds like a mom's trip to me.
Amber is my husband's cousin. Maya is my husband's sister.
Huh?
This trip is for my husband's grandfather's anniversary, and we're traveling with all our relatives. So all the rooms in our Ryokon are fully booked until tomorrow. No last-minute stays are possible.
What is that supposed to mean?
That's why I told you, out of respect, that I'd rather you didn't stay here.
Oh, can't you just free up a room or something?
Impossible. You're the one who showed up uninvited after I had already turned you down.
Do you think you can just talk to me like that?
Still on this, huh?
I told you my husband's boss is your husband's superior, right? Do you think your husband's position at the company could be at risk because of this?
Is that a threat?
Not really. I'm just teaching you that in this world it's the survival of the fittest.
I see. Well, with that same mentality, let me tell you something too.
What?
Your husband's grandfather is actually the chairman of your husband's company, right?
Huh?
By the way, the CEO is my husband's father.
What? The chairman and the CEO?
And by the way, both of them are here right now, and they're actually looking at this message with me. No, oh, that can't be true. Stop! You never know when you might run into someone higher up than you, so it might be better not to flaunt your power so recklessly. Wait, your in-laws are part of the CEO family? Well, I'm off to the next sightseeing spot now, so I'll be leaving. Hey, wait, my husband and I, we're being attacked by all our relatives right now. They're saying things like, "What is going on?" and we're being cut off. Can you at least help us? I can't get involved in your family issues, so I really don't know what to say. Huh? Oh, and before we head back to the resort, I'd really appreciate it if you and your group could just leave. Let me clarify something up front. Just because my in-laws are connected to my friend's husband's employer, it doesn't mean that we could use his position or influence in any way to resolve the situation. This was not a case of using workplace status or authority to sway things in our favor. Later on, the husband was summoned and given a strict warning, but that was all. It wasn't anything extreme or threatening, just a stern reminder about boundaries and what was considered acceptable. That was the extent of the intervention from his side. But to my surprise, it seemed to have an almost immediate effect. Tiff, who had been causing all kinds of trouble, suddenly became much quieter, almost as if she had learned her lesson. I didn't know if it was fear or a sense of guilt, but whatever it was, she was a far cry from the person she had been before. The drama that had surrounded her seemed to dissipate overnight. However, things didn't go quite as smoothly on her husband's side. He seemed to have a much harder time dealing with the consequences of the situation. His pride, or maybe his stubbornness, couldn't handle the idea of having been reprimanded in such a manner. It wasn't long before he started skipping work without notice, completely disregarding his responsibilities. His behavior got progressively worse, and it wasn't just the missed days that became an issue. Soon, several serious internal compliance violations came to light. Things that had been hidden for far too long, and once they were discovered, it didn't take long for the company to take action. The company took swift and decisive steps. His actions didn't just result in him being given a stern warning like Tiff had. He was demoted and had his salary cut significantly. That was only the beginning. It wasn't long after that the company decided to terminate his employment entirely. Given the severity of the violations they had uncovered, the damage had already been done and there was no coming back from it. But the consequences didn't stop there. The situation between Tiff and her husband escalated dramatically. It seemed like their relationship, which had already been fragile, couldn't withstand the added pressure. The stress, combined with everything that had happened at work, led to an explosive argument between them, a fight so intense that it ended with them separating. The end result? Divorce. Their marriage, already hanging by a thread, was now completely severed. I couldn't help but wonder what had gone through their minds. What were they trying to achieve with all this? What were their end goals? It seemed so reckless, so destructive. Tiff's behavior had been erratic, and her husband's decisions, especially after the company's actions, made no sense. They had both created such a mess for themselves, and for what? It was hard to even comprehend the thought process behind their actions. What did they think would happen? It felt as if they had been living in a world of denial where the consequences of their actions were never really considered. The result of that lack of foresight had led them to this tragic end. But as much as I couldn't understand their motives, I was relieved that everything had calmed down. Finally, the chaos that had been swirling around them was over, and I could breathe again. It was strange to feel relieved after witnessing such a collapse of a marriage and career, but at the same time, there was a sense of peace that came with it. They had created this mess themselves, and now they were left to pick up the pieces. No one to blame but themselves. For me, it was just a quiet ending to a situation that had caused so much upheaval. I know this sounds harsh, but there was a part of me that couldn't help but feel satisfied by the way things turned out. Not in a vindictive way, but in a way that felt like justice had been served. Their actions had consequences, and those consequences had been severe. Perhaps that was the wake-up call they needed. Perhaps after all of this, they would learn to think before they acted. But honestly, it was harsh to imagine them ever truly learning their mistakes. The way they had behaved showed a pattern of irresponsibility, and I wasn't sure they could break free from that cycle. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Jenny! Jenny, you've got to hear this! This is absolutely insane! I can't believe it's actually happening!
What's up, Cole? It's hard for me to tell whether you're saying insane in a good way or a bad way. Just calm down and tell me what happened, okay?
Jenny! I won the lottery!
What? You won the lottery? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, Jenny. This is just incredible. I've had goosebumps ever since I found out.
Well, how much are we talking about? Did you win like $100 or $1,000 or...
Are you sitting down?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. Because you might just faint when I tell you how much.
I'm gonna pass out from anxiety if you don't just tell me how much you won.
$2 million!
What? $2 million? Oh my God, Cole, that's insane!
Right? I was terrified that it might just be a dream, but I pinched myself, punched myself, banged my head against a wall, and that all hurt quite a bit, so I know it's for real. So I've been feeling lucky lately, and I just thought, well, I might as well put my luck to the ultimate test, right? I stopped inside the gas station on my way to work one day and bought a ticket. I was thinking I might win my money back, or like $10 or something, but never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd win this much.
Wow, I sure am lucky I was engaged to the luckiest man in the world. I love you so much, Cole.
I love you too, Jenny. We're gonna put this money to good use. It's gonna make a great future for us and our kids too.
Yeah, for sure. So when do you get the money?
That's the thing. I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, they don't hand out that money right there at the gas station. There's a number to call on the TV, so I'll just call it and see what they say.
Call them right now.
I tried a second ago, and I guess it's after hours for them, so we'll have to wait until the morning. Oh my God, I'm so happy, Jenny. This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. Other than proposing to you, of course.
I feel the same way. I love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Hey, Jenny, are you there?
I sure am, sweetheart. What can I do for you, Mr. Lucky McLucky Pants?
Well, the thing is, I just got a call from the bank. They said that there was a massive withdrawal from our shared bank account. I guess $16,000 was taken out, so that's practically all of it. It was made in small increments at multiple ATMs, so they were concerned that something was going on and locked the account. I'm kind of worried. Maybe someone found out I won the lottery and is trying to steal my identity or something? Do you know anything about that?
Oh, that's what you were worried about? Okay, well, you can relax now. It's all right. I'm the one who took out all that money.
You did? Really? What did you do that for?
I just figured, we don't really need all that money anymore, do we? After all, we're going to get our hands on the $2 million jackpot, so I decided I would go ahead and spend it all.
Wait, seriously? But Jenny, that was the money that we had saved up to pay for our wedding and honeymoon. You can't just go and spend that on yourself.
Huh? I can't? Why can't I? Did you forget we're going to be millionaires soon? We can just use that money to pay for an even more awesome wedding. And in the meantime, we can use the measly $16,000 we saved up on something more fun.
Jenny, no, you cannot just waste all that money. Sure, I won the lottery, and yeah, we're going to get our hands on a lot of money soon, but that's not the issue. The issue is that we never know what sort of curveballs life is going to throw at us. We still need to be careful with how we spend our money. Haven't you heard that a lot of people who win the lottery go bankrupt?
Oh, come on, Cole. Don't be such a cheapskate. What are you so concerned about? We're not as dumb as all those people who go broke. We'll be fine. Let's enjoy ourselves a little bit. We deserve it. I sure enjoyed myself spending all that money.
Wait a second. You already spent it? What did you buy?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I bought a new handbag, some shoes, a couple new outfits. I had myself a nice little private shopping spree. I was surprised, though. It was easier than I thought it would be to spend all $16,000.
Oh my God, Jenny, you've got to be kidding me.
What about your calculator, Cole?
$2 million is a lot more than 16,000. You won like 10 times more than I spent.
You're a decimal point off, but that's beside the point. It doesn't matter how much money I won. We worked hard to save up all that money. We planned out our whole wedding and honeymoon, too. We can't just scrap all those plans. I can't believe you spent all that money without even talking to me first.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. About my job. I called them and told them I quit earlier today.
What? You quit your job? No 2 weeks notice? No in-person conversation?
Yep, and let me tell you, it felt so satisfying. My old boss was such a jerk. He was always making me do a bunch of stupid, boring crap. And once that $2 million gets paid out, we will never have to work again in our lives. Well, I won't anyway. I am really looking forward to becoming your spoiled, pampered housewife.
Jenny, I can't believe what you're saying. You quit your job? Look, I love you, but I have to say that was an incredibly stupid thing to do.
Once again, Cole, take out a calculator and do the math. $2 million is enough for us to live on for the rest of our lives. No problem at all. So why bother working when we have that much in the bank? Oh yeah, I told my mom about winning the lottery too. She was super happy. Now we're gonna be debt-free forever.
Hold on. Debt-free? What are you talking about?
Oh, didn't I tell you about that? Yeah, the thing is, my family is in a wee bit of debt right now. And by a wee bit, I actually mean a lot. I guess my dad tried to start up a business a while back, and that plan was a total flop. I don't know a whole lot about it, but apparently they're in the hole around, I don't know, 200,000 or so.
Are you kidding me? Why is this the first I'm hearing of this?
My bad, babe. I guess I totally forgot to tell you. But thanks to you, my family's never gonna have any money problems ever again. I love you so much, Cole. You're the best.
Hold on just 1 second, Jenny. This is all way too much for me to take in right now. I just told my boss that I'm gonna have to take the afternoon off. I need to go to the bank. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okie dokie. Talk to you later, Mr. Moneybags.
Okay. Well, I went to the bank a while ago, and after that I stopped in a cafe to have a cup of coffee and think about things, but I still don't understand.
It's all right, sweetie. You don't need to think about anything except our future together. I'm doing the same thing. I have something to tell you that I know is going to make you happy.
I don't know if I can handle any more revelations today, Jenny.
While you were busy working and going to the bank, I was busy myself. I went to go talk to my boyfriend for the last time and told him I was breaking up with him for you. Isn't that great? I bet you're thrilled. Congratulations, you've won the lottery twice now. You're a millionaire and the only guy in my life.
Oh, for God's sake, Jenny! Your boyfriend?
Yeah, I guess that's another thing I forgot to tell you about. You weren't my only boyfriend. Up until today, that is.
So you're serious? You've been cheating on me? What is wrong with you?
Hey, I was not cheating on you. I just told you I broke up with him. And all my other boyfriends, too. Starting today, I'm going to be 100% devoted to making a big, happy family with just you, Cole.
I feel like I'm about to have a stroke. Your other boyfriends? My God, Jenny, how many men were you seeing other than me?
Well, let's see. Jake, Kyle, Mark, Sam. So 4 guys, I guess.
4 guys? This is far beyond the level of just cheating. This is something pathological.
I don't know what pathological means, but what are you getting so upset for? I'm a woman of my word. I broke up with every single one of them. You get to have me all to yourself now. That's honestly a better prize than winning the lottery.
So I might not actually be having a stroke right now. But God, I'm starting to wish I was. Why is this happening to me?
I know, your luck couldn't possibly get any better. So anyway, we need to do some talking about our wedding. Since you're a millionaire now, I think we should do a few upgrades. Oh, and our honeymoon, too. Why go to some boring place nearby when we could go on a luxurious vacation to a tropical paradise? And no more apartments for us. We're gonna buy a massive house with a big yard and a pool, too.
I really don't think you have a good grasp on how much money $2 million is. Like, just the stuff you said now would use up most of that money, if not all of it.
What do you mean? I know exactly how much money 2 million is. It's $1 more than $1,999,999.
Putting that aside for now, you're also forgetting one very important thing. You are not the one who gets to determine how much we spend on what. Don't forget, I bought that lotto ticket with my own money, and I picked all the numbers myself.
Oh, Cole, you silly boy. We're gonna get married. That means what's yours is mine. So all of your money is gonna be my money. And wow, I cannot wait to get my hands on all that money.
You're never getting your hands on it.
Huh? Why not?
Because I'm breaking up with you.
What? You're breaking up with me? Are you talking about bad cell phone reception?
No, I'm talking about our engagement. Give me my ring back. We're through.
What? But why, Cole? You can't do this to me. What are you breaking up with me for?
Oh boy, how much time do you have? Long story short, I simply don't want to spend the rest of my life with you anymore. Ever since I won the lottery, things have been getting crazier and crazier around here. You spent all the money in our savings account. You quit your job, you promised to pay off your parents' debts for them, and then just now you told me you've been cheating on me. Did you actually think you could just do all of that and I'd still want to marry you?
Well, yeah, I did. I don't see why you wouldn't. You're getting 2 million, so 16,000 is like nothing. We can easily get by without me having to work, and you'd have more than enough money to pay my parents' debts, too. Plus, I told you about my boyfriends, and I broke up with them, so yeah, what's the problem?
You are the problem, Jenny. You have absolutely no financial sense whatsoever. Yeah, $2 million is a lot of money, but I don't have it yet. Even if I did, spending all our savings and quitting your job is a terrible idea. Especially when it's money that we worked hard as a couple to save up.
Is it really that bad? I mean, compared to 2 million.
Once again, you have no idea how far $2 million actually goes these days. It'll be nice for sure, but it's nowhere near enough to retire on. Especially not when you're talking about upgrading our wedding, going on a fancy honeymoon, paying off your parents' debts, and buying a massive house. I would honestly be surprised if $2 million would cover all of that.
Okay, but we'd at least be able to just lay back and have fun for a few years, right? I mean, we're still young. Shouldn't we be taking this time to enjoy ourselves as much as possible?
And what are we gonna do when that $2 million dries up, Jenny? We spent our youth having all sorts of expensive, lavish adventures. Then what? We'd be jobless and penniless. And as for a house, let's say we bought a house for $2 million in cash. What comes next? Property taxes and upkeep, and then we'd still need to have money to live on.
We can take care of all that stuff later, though. I do not want to have to pinch pennies all the time when I've got $2 million in the bank. Let's pay off my parents' debts, have an awesome wedding, go on an awesome honeymoon, and just have all the fun we want until the money's gone. Isn't that the best way to use it?
It's like we're not even speaking the same language. In any case, I don't want to waste a single cent of this money. I'm gonna invest it. That way, by the time I retire, I'll have more than enough to live on and take care of my future kids. And if you can't handle that, then I don't want to be with you. Though, to be honest, even if you were okay with that, the cheating is an absolute deal breaker. I don't care if you broke up with all 4 of them. You were still cheating on me with 4 guys.
Man, you are such a lame guy, Cole. You're talking like my grandpa. All right, well, if that's how you want it, then fine. Let's break up. Just wire my share of the money into my account, okay?
Say what now? You want me to give you your share?
Yeah, duh. You're the one who's breaking up with me. I'm the victim here. And as the victim of your cruelty, I demand that you compensate me for the pain and suffering you're putting me through. Frankly, I have half a mind to demand you give me all of your lottery winnings. But I'm in a generous mood, so I'll let you go with just half of it. Actually, I'm not in all that good of a mood, so I want some bonus money for pain and suffering. Let's see, I think 500,000 would be enough. So that's 1 million from your lottery winnings and 500,000. That makes a total of 1,500,000. I'll accept cash or check.
Would you like me to write you out a check for $0.00, or should I just hand you an empty sack? I'm not paying you anything. Where did you get your legal advice from? Social media?
So what if I did?
You can't sue me for pain and suffering for breaking up with you. You might have a case to make if I were the one responsible for the breakup.
But you are the responsible one. You're the one who said you wanted to break up first.
That's not what responsible means. Let me give you an example. Let's say I cheated on you with 4 women, spent all of your money, quit my job one day, and demanded you give my family hundreds of thousands of dollars. If I had done all that, then maybe you could stand a chance of winning a case against me in court.
Wait a second, but that's all stuff that I did.
Oh, you caught on to that, did you?
Does that mean that you could sue me? You're not gonna, are you?
I have half a mind to borrow the phrase you used. The legal standard for suing for emotional distress is that your conduct must be so extreme and outrageous as to shock the conscience of an ordinary person. What do you say, Jenny? Do you think cheating on me with 4 guys and spending all my money would shock an ordinary person?
I don't know, and I sure don't want to find out.
Okay, then if you'd like to avoid that coin toss, then how about we make a deal? You can pay me back half of the money you stole from our shared account. You said you spent $16,000, so that means you owe me $8,000.
No way, I have to pay you back? But I spent that money fair and square. And I mean, it's not like I actually have $8,000 in cash to pay you back with. I told you, my family's deep in debt and I just quit my job. How am I supposed to come up with that much money?
Well, I sure hope you can find a way to come up with it, because it's either that or I sue you for about 10 times that much. I don't care that your family's in debt, and I don't care that you're out of a job. Pay up or else.
But that's so not fair. You don't even need that money. Why would you sue me over $8,000 when you're going to be a millionaire?
Principle, Jenny. I know that might be hard to understand for you, though. Do whatever you have to do to come up with the money. Sell the stuff you bought, sell your car, sell your clothes. I don't know, get your parents to sell your house. Or if you'd rather skip to the trial, I can go have a talk with my lawyer right now.
Are you really going to do this, Cole? This is so crazy. Hey, can I make another suggestion? How about instead of going through a messy breakup, we just stay together and get married like we planned? I mean, you still love me, don't you?
I feel very strongly about you, but it sure isn't love. You clearly don't get it, so I'm just gonna have to talk to your parents about this. I'm blocking your number now. Goodbye.
Cole, wait!
A few days later, I went to Jenny's parents' house and explained the situation. Apparently, Jenny had told them that I offered to pay their debt for them willingly. They were really embarrassed to find out what had really gone on over the last several days. And then it all hit a boiling point when I told them that Jenny confessed to cheating on me with 4 other men. They volunteered to pay me the $8,000 she owed me and said they would force Jenny to pay them back. As for me, I got my hands on my winnings the other day. They say that money can't mend a broken heart, but it sure can buy a tropical vacation, which is where I'm headed right now.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Jaden, good morning. You look even more handsome today. It's been 6 months since you joined the company, and honestly, every day feels like a treat just watching you work.
Jane, we're at work. If you need something, just talk to me directly. We're on the same floor, so there's no need for messages. It's inefficient and a waste of time.
Oh, come on. You just can't resist talking to me, can you?
That's not it. It's just that if we're in the same place, using messages to talk is inefficient. It wastes both our time.
You really don't get it, do you? I can tell you want to talk to me directly. How about we step outside for a bit?
This doesn't sound like it's about work.
Huh?
I'm stepping out for a bit, so I'll be gone for a while.
Wait, what? You're going out now? But I thought you were doing office work today.
I'm going on an outside visit. I'm gonna meet with a new client with the sales manager. Your department is not involved, so I'm leaving now.
Wait, hold on. That sales manager, you mean that woman, right? You'd rather go out with her than with me? Don't you think I should be the one you take out instead? Come on, Jaden. I know you're shy around me, but that's okay. You don't need to pretend. I'll make sure you compensate me for this later, don't worry. Jaden, so you're going straight home today, huh? I didn't get to see you after this morning, and I have to say I was feeling a little lonely. Now that we're not at the office, I can message you, right?
No, I don't think we're close enough to exchange messages privately.
Oh, come on. I can tell you're trying to get my attention, but don't worry. You don't need to go out of your way for that. My heart already belongs to Takaya-kun, after all.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, does it not sound like one?
Jane, you're a married woman with a husband and a child. You might want to reconsider saying things like that. It could easily lead to misunderstandings.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
And I've told you before, I'd prefer if you stopped calling me Jaden. Please use my last name instead.
But we're not at work now, so it should be fine.
It doesn't matter whether it's personal or professional. I've already asked you to stop using that name. I'd appreciate it if you respected that.
Oh, I see. So it bothers you that I'm the only one calling you Jaden.
What?
I see. I get it now. If you'd said that from the start, it would have made things clearer. So in that case, you can call me Janie. Feel free to use it, both at work and outside of it. That way it's even, right?
You're completely misunderstanding me. I don't intend to be close enough to you to have these kinds of personal conversations.
Huh?
What I'm saying is this. I would like you to use the appropriate form of address and keep it professional. Getting messages from you outside of work hours is honestly an inconvenience, so unless it's an emergency, I'd prefer you not contact me.
Wait, Jaden?
Excuse me. Jane, I've told you multiple times, stop messaging me.
Oh, come on, just hear me out, okay? This is really big news. Jaden, I heard you're thinking about buying a house?
And how is that your business?
Well, aren't you just a new employee? I mean, isn't buying a house kind of difficult on your current salary?
Again, none of this concerns you. Stay out of it.
That's where you're wrong, because once you hear what I have to say, there's no way you'll keep saying that.
Excuse me?
I've decided I'm going to buy a house for you.
What?
Now do you understand how deep my love is for you?
No, I really don't. And just to be clear, I'm going to buy a house on my own. I don't need or want anything from you.
Oh, don't be shy. You don't have to be so modest with me.
This has nothing to do with modesty. I'm serious. Don't involve yourself in my life.
I just went to see a property earlier and I found the perfect one. I'm about to start the paperwork right now. Isn't that exciting?
No, it's not. Listen carefully. I'm telling you that I'm buying my house myself. Even if you bought one for me, it would only be a burden. I'd consider it a huge inconvenience.
You don't need to hide your feelings. I know this means a lot to you.
No, that's not what this is at all. I want nothing from you. Why is that so hard to understand?
All right, then. I'm going to go secure this beautiful love nest of ours. Just wait patiently, okay? I'll handle everything.
Jane, seriously? I never asked you for anything. You're acting completely on your own. Don't do anything without my consent.
Jaden? I was planning to talk to you in person today, tell you everything face to face, but of course you weren't in the office. Out all day on business, huh? I didn't want to do this over text, but you've left me no choice. So, can I please come over to your place?
Jane, please don't tell me. You didn't actually buy a place, did you?
Of course I did. I bought you a high-rise condo, our new home, Jaden.
A high-rise what?
You know, the tower complex near S Station? The one with the fancy lobby and concierge and the panoramic city views. They had a 3-bedroom unit on the 23rd floor hit the market this morning, and I thought, this is fate. I called the realtor, went to the showing, and the moment I stepped inside, I knew. I knew it was meant for us. I didn't hesitate. Signed the papers right then and there.
You can't be serious.
Oh, but I am. You were looking for a new place, weren't you? I heard all about it. But a new employee like you probably couldn't get the mortgage you wanted, so I figured I'd help. I've been at the company forever, and my savings and salary put me in a great position. And really, what better way to show my love?
Jane, you're married, or were married.
Oh, that's the best part. I finalized my divorce yesterday, all for you, Jaden. So you don't have to worry about anything anymore. No obstacles, no baggage. Just us and our beautiful life together in the sky.
Okay, this is insane. We barely talk at work. We don't even know each other. You can't just show up in my life like this, buy a condo, and expect me to move in.
You always do this, pretend like I'm just some coworker. But I see the way you smile at me when you come by my desk, the way you linger when we cross paths in the hallway, the way you brought those hot spring buns last year just for me.
Those were for the entire General Affairs Department. You were the only one there at the time. I handed them to you because you were closest to the counter. I even said, for everyone.
No, you didn't. You looked straight into my eyes and smiled.
Jane, I'm begging you to listen. That was not me flirting. That was basic human courtesy. We've never gone to lunch, never exchanged a personal message, never even had a proper conversation outside of office greetings. You are a coworker, that's all.
You're lying. You have to be lying, because I left everything for you. My husband, my home, my financial safety, gone. For us.
Jane, I'm already married.
What?
I registered my marriage last month. I was planning to make it official to everyone tomorrow. I married Amy.
Amy? That child from marketing? Your new hire?
She's not a child. She's my age. We've been together since high school.
No, you're making this up. You're trying to drive me away.
No, I'm being painfully honest.
You two-timed us. You led me on while sneaking around with her.
We were never a thing, Jane. There was never an us. I've told you so many times, I'm not interested, and I never was.
But you came to General Affairs every day.
To pick up mail, because that's literally my job as the new guy in sales. It's been the policy for years.
But what about...
No more whatabouts. You imagined a relationship that didn't exist. You bought a condo based on pure delusion, and you want me to live in it like it's some fairy tale ending? It's not happening.
It cost $700,000. I bought it for us. I can't afford that mortgage alone. I need you.
That's not my responsibility. I warned you. I told you repeatedly not to contact me outside of work, and you ignored every boundary I set. Now you're telling me you've put yourself in debt and destroyed your marriage for an imaginary relationship?
Fine, if that's how you want to play it. Then divorce that little girl and marry me. I'm your superior, and I'm giving you a direct order.
You realize what you just said, right? That's harassment. That's coercion. And it's going straight to HR.
No, wait. Jaden, please don't report me. I love you. Doesn't that count for anything?
No, it doesn't. Goodbye, Jane.
Please, don't leave me.
I'm blocking this number. Don't contact me again. The very next day, I reported everything to the company. I didn't waste time. I didn't sugarcoat it. I walked into the HR office with a thick packet of evidence. Screenshots of messages Jane had sent me, recordings of calls where she crossed more lines than I could count, and statements from coworkers who had seen or heard enough to back me up. It wasn't just about what had happened between the two of us. It was about the atmosphere she created around her. The gossip, the manipulation, the way she spoke to people as if they were props in a life she had scripted out in her head. The HR team looked tense as they went through everything. They didn't say much, but the silence spoke volumes. I could see the shift happen in real time, the slow realization that this wasn't just a personal issue. It was a serious breach of company ethics. Jane had used company platforms to harass a coworker, had created a hostile work environment, and had clearly violated multiple internal compliance codes. By the end of the day, she was gone. Technically, they called it a voluntary resignation, but everyone knew the truth. It was an ultimatum: leave quietly or be fired publicly. And Jane, ever obsessed with appearances, chose the route that let her preserve some sliver of dignity, at least on paper. She probably thought she could spin it later, maybe even tell people she left to pursue a better opportunity. But in reality, she was pushed out, her hands still trying to grasp something that had long since slipped through her fingers. And yet, as surreal as that already was, the real madness came a few days later. One evening, I got a call from my old landlord. He sounded rattled. Jane had shown up at my old apartment. She'd barged in screaming loud enough for the whole building to hear. Furious, desperate, completely unhinged. "This is your fault. How am I supposed to pay for the tower apartment now? You ruined everything." She had no idea I'd already moved. I'd relocated weeks ago, quietly, without telling anyone but close friends. I didn't want to give her a chance to pull something like this, showing up unannounced, trying to argue her way back into my life. So when she pounded on the door and demanded answers, all she got was a confused landlord and a locked door. Apparently, she made such a scene that the neighbors started calling the front office, worried it might escalate. The landlord didn't hesitate. He called the police. She was escorted out of the building, still yelling, still clinging to some belief that I owed her something. I was stunned, but not entirely surprised. Jane had always lived in a fantasy world where reality bent to her wants, where logic didn't apply unless it served her narrative, and now that narrative was crumbling. From what I've heard, she's still living in that luxury high-rise condo, alone. That place she had dreamed about, posted about nonstop on social media, showing off the skyline from her window, the minimalist furniture, the imported espresso machine. All of it now a prison she built for herself. She works constantly, day shifts, night shifts, anything she can get. I've heard whispers, restaurant kitchens, freelance gigs, even temporary data entry at places that don't ask too many questions. She's juggling it all just to stay afloat, barely making her mortgage payments on time. And here's the kicker. The down payment she used to buy that place, it wasn't hers. She took it from a joint account she had with her ex-husband. Savings they'd built together, likely for a future home they were meant to share. She drained it without permission, without telling him, and used it to chase a solo dream she thought she could force into reality. Now he's demanding she pay it back. I don't blame him. Legal action is apparently already in motion. She's not just broke, she's cornered. Financially, emotionally, legally. That high-rise isn't a dream anymore. It's a daily reminder of how far she's fallen. I think what unsettles me most is how deeply she believed in her version of the story. In her mind, everything would work out if she could just control the narrative. If she could stay close to me, keep me tangled in her orbit, manipulate situations until I either forgave her or forgot why I left in the first place. She never saw the collapse coming because she never accepted that the foundation was rotten from the start. It's terrifying, honestly, how powerful delusion can be, how far someone will go to avoid facing the truth. She didn't just make a mistake. She built a whole life out of misunderstanding and entitlement. And when reality didn't cooperate, she tried to break it instead of adapting. But that's the thing about truth. It waits patiently. And when it arrives, it doesn't knock gently. It tears through everything, leaving nothing untouched. Do I feel sorry for her? Maybe. in a distant, detached way. I don't wish misery on anyone, but she brought this on herself step by step. Every lie, every manipulation, every time she pushed boundaries and thought she could get away with it. It all led here. And me? I've moved on. My new place is quiet, modest, and finally feels like mine. There's no drama, no manipulation, no blurred lines. I'm not looking over my shoulder anymore, waiting for the next crisis. Sometimes I still get updates from mutual contacts. They say Jane doesn't talk much these days, that she looks tired, that the bright, overconfident persona she used to wear like armor is cracking more with each passing week. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.